Chain wallet? Why not? Spike jacket? Sure. Brass knuckles? Whatever. What's going on, metalheads? Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of the Metal Forge. My name is Mark Jackson, and I am your host. And this week, I don't know what it is, and I've said it's something in the water for many years now, and with the Portland music scene, it is just so fucking on point. And I'm there. I've never visited Portland, and I feel like I need to. Because I've talked to so many bands from out there, and so now it's kind of like a thing. I think if I ever do move from where I am, it'll probably be there. But anyways, I'm talking with the ladies from Hoaxed today. How are you all?
Good, doing awesome.
Loving being in Portland.
Yes, it is a gorgeous day today. Yeah.
I'm sure during this time of year it's awesome weather. Like, it's probably not too hot, not too cold. You probably got a lot of perfect, what they call perfect days. It's like that.
We think they're perfect days all the time anyway, because we like the gloom. But right now, it's what everyone else thinks is a perfect day.
Sure.
By the time that you're done with one season, you're ready for the next one. Like, right now, I'm really enjoying these, sunny days because I haven't had one in forever. But then by the end of summer, I'm going to be begging for Halloween season and the fall even a sprinkle of rain. So.
Oh sure, yeah. Where I am, I'm just outside of Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm the same way. We get really humid weather here, and it sucks. April's toured here in the summertime, so she knows how it is. It's just unbelievably sticky hot. But so anyways, who do we have? Obviously, April we know because April's been on the show before from Soul Grinder. This Prilzor, the art, and who else do we have in Hoaxed?
I'm Kat. I'm lead singer and guitar.
I'm Kim. I do drums and some synth keys stuff on the album.
Hell yeah. So with it being, the third album or the second album and an EP, you've had a bit of a lineage going on here for a bit now. Give everybody the nuts and bolts rundown of Hoax, because you've been around for about 5-6 years now.
Yeah, 5-ish.
I'd say that Pat and I started the project in 2020. Mm-hmm. Like we started jamming together and looking for bandmates in actually 2019.
Yeah.
And then we had to shut that down when COVID happened, at least looking for other people. And then it was just us for the longest time.
Yeah, the EP was a COVID passion project. We just wrote it and then recorded it together. We recorded it in masks, did the whole thing. And then when that came out, Relapse found us and they offered us, we got hooked up with the booker, we got some options for shows. And that's when April came into the picture. Just immediately we were like, oh, we need more band members.
Yeah.
April. Yeah. I think if we could have done something different, we would have absolutely included her from the beginning, but it just worked out really well that she was ready to play in a band and we had shows. Yeah. And then it just went from there.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously, as you said, it started as the project to find members in 2019. COVID shut it down. And then you all recorded all yourselves. You did the masks and all that, and then you had to bring in April. So with that, we're was it a conscious effort to actually sit there and to continue to resume picking up when you were able to? Now we feel like this is something that we should take to the next level, I guess.
For sure. It was I think that by the time that we were doing shows and touring with April, we had already written a big chunk of the second album, of the first full album. So April had already learned those parts and was touring with us on that album before the album was even released. Mm-hmm. And so we were over the moon when April was able to stay on as a permanent band member. and then just continue on and just go, to recording and releasing. Well, actually, no, we recorded it. Right? We recorded it, and then we released it after that tour with Amorphous. Yeah, and then I think from there we were just like, once April became a permanent member, we were like, sweet, let's start writing again.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
And then we were all together.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you all meet? April, did you answer an ad? Did you know each other? I mean, like, I don't know. Was it shared on like a Facebook group? Hey, looking for a bass player, Portland area. Was it how did you two? Did you already know her from the scene previous?
Yeah, for sure. We were from Soul Grinder. Yeah.
Okay.
And had hung out with her previously, so we knew that she's chill and a good person. So that was like
she was a friend before she was a band
and a very talented bass player. So we were like, okay, somebody who's pro, who knows how to be on the road and stuff like that. So that was really easy ask. And so when I feel like we proposed to you.
We did propose.
There was a bottle of champagne.
Well, it is. It really is kind of a proposal. I mean,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
We
know each other, and Kim and I go way back, and then April and Kim go back even further than April and I do. So it was a natural thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing, and it's cool that, you all could, you already knew each other from the scene. It's like, hey, so did you make a list and like April was on like the short list, or did you just approach her and just say, hey, you interested in doing
April
this?
Yeah, April was the list.
One show. Do you want to see how this goes? And she said yes, and it went great. And then it just from there was like we went on tour. Our second show was we went on tour with April, and we were just so sure.
I was like so excited about it because they're like, we all do the show, and then okay, now there's a tour, and it was like with Amorphous. I was like, yeah, let's go.
And that was a pretty decent sized tour.
It was so fun. We got so lucky to end up on that tour, and it was such an awesome way to like kick off this band like with the live, because we had the songs dialed. We were like good on the recordings. We knew like what we wanted to do with the band, and that was just such a great takeoff. Like we lucked out. It was rad. That was such a good takeoff.
Yeah.
Oh sure.
I remember our first show, which was actually just our second show, was in New York. So that was kind of also a little bit of a oh my god moment, because I'd never played New York before. It was like was it the Orpheum?
The Gramercy.
Okay, yeah. And I remember we were backstage, like ready to go on, and it was like, I'm nervous. Is there anybody out there? Like, did anybody even show up to see us? I look, and there's people out there. I'm like, no, there's nobody out there. I don't know. I don't want to be like.
So what is that they say? Focus on like somebody in the front row, and then like everybody else disappears, kind of thing.
Yeah.
If there's like a crazy amount of people.
Like those are like lifelong friend bands now. Like, I mean, we were so lucky to go on tour with the Amorphous. We all like really admire them.
Yeah.
Sylvain was incredible. Those are all like great friends now. Like they were so rad. And then like the Owada guys are neighbors up north. Like it was so cool to finally meet them in person. And it was a really cool first tour.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So Death Knocks,
the
new album, came out February 13th. Awesome stuff. I have a copy of it here. I would show it off, but it's really dark in the screen, so you can't really see it. You get the glare, so you get a little bit of reflection, right? But no.
Supposed to be darker. We lightened it.
I'm sorry. What's that?
It was going to be darker. The final is lighter than our original artwork.
Oh wow! See, and that's awesome. But obviously, being a not necessarily a metal band, I think brushing up against metal is kind of the reach here with that, and because it is so many different facets within the community, the rock and metal community, it is pretty much a thing at this point. And getting like the goth synthwave 80s stuff that bleeds through to this. And I completely love, that era of music in the 80s, so it's pretty cool to be able to put in what I consider still a metal album and just, chill the fuck out with it. And it doesn't have to be a million miles an hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I think that that's a little bit of each of us shining through. And I think that when Kat and I first sat down, we went through a bunch of different things that we wanted to be and didn't want to be. And of course it comes out as something completely different and new. Mm-hmm. And, but I think that we don't really limit ourselves as far as our inspiration. Like if we have a cool idea, we run with it and we don't say, oh, that's not goth enough. Or, because I feel like a lot of art,
we never focus on the genre or trying to match the genre.
And I don't think that's how that happens anyways.
Yeah. It's a lot of cinematic inspiration.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
And then energies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just feeling out what's cool and what we like and what we don't like. And we definitely write together. And so feeding off of that energy is a big part of it. And so I think that's why it comes out really unique and eclectic from a bunch of, like you said, rock and metal, such a big spectrum. There's little highlights of different stuff that are out there you can pick out that are different genres.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And so you had said a minute ago that once you had you had picked up the tour and you had pretty much already had most of the actual full length first album, second release, written already and just needed to be done. Mm-hmm. So when you actually picked up and were writing for this, getting in the room, how did you all pick up the writing process? What did you all start with? What was the idea?
It was at first, it always is whenever you're going to start on a new idea because you don't know what it is yet. Mm-hmm. And so took us a minute to get into what that rhythm was. At the end it just snowballed. We wrote the last 3 songs on the album in under 2 months maybe. Yeah. Maybe it was just weeks per song and they were done. Mm-hmm. But in the beginning it was Where the Seas Fall Silent. We tinkered on that thing for probably over a year.
Yeah.
Just swirling around ideas and trying to figure out what we were writing. And then once that song was locked, it gave us this idea of where we could go. We had April involved. She was writing her own parts. And then it just kind of went from there.
Yeah. I think you pretty much captured it. We had ideas and bones and stuff like that. And it just was a matter of wrapping everything together and making it whole. And that's, bare bones.
Definitely. With the album cover, like I was talking about a minute ago, how it's dark here, but in person, it looks really awesome. Now, April, you did something for this album, a little bit more so than just playing bass, right?
Yeah, I took on the album cover artwork. Project.
So this is not a first for you. You've done post. You're an artist. You've done posters for bands. You've done other album artworks for bands. In Soul Grinder, you've done your artwork for that. So this obviously is no different. You're in the band. You're doing the artwork now for the album. So what did you do? Tell everybody about that because I think it's awesome as shit.
Thank you. So I took inspiration from Kim's cover for Two Shadows because it was this tangible, 3-dimensional, almost I Spy, but but you could see what everything is.
Twigs and branches and all that stuff glued on top of the painting that Kim did.
And the front and the back, the two separate large artworks, this big, that Kim just assembled, it was so cool and painted. And I was like, okay, I really have this vision, you guys, for our album cover. I want to make it out of foam. I've never done it before, but I can see it in my mind. And so it took me I was thinking about it for like at least a year. Like when I started writing it, I was like, you guys make a vision about what it's going to be.
So we have that original. You showed me that original sketch when we were recording.
Yeah, I was going to say you were sketching about it when we were recording.
Yeah. When we were in the studio, I was like, oh crap, like
we should probably do that
now to make that cover. So yeah, I worked on it for a few months, and then we all got together when it was done and ready.
That was her like original sketch.
That's amazing. That actually came. Okay, so like that. Okay, this is like a little bit of a fourth wall break here for a minute. We're gonna come out of this for a second. I'm gonna be like, that's awesome that you could show me that, because like most of the time, anytime like anybody tries to show anything from a phone, it's like it never works. That time it was like crystal fucking clear. That was perfect. So yeah, that's even that like sketch artwork would have been awesome artwork.
It was incredible.
We were like immediately sold. She's like, what do you guys think about this? We were like, yes.
Yeah. Do that. And then it took a couple months. Yeah.
I hit a few like creative block writing. It's like not writer's block, but equivalent, you know.
You just don't feel I think when visual artists and such, or you know, whatever your medium is, you have a block of some type, whether it be writer's block, you have a creativity block, you know, you don't feel up to creating something. So I get that.
Yeah, and it's also because it was something that you'd never created before, so there was like a lot of stuff that was like, like you were saying, how do I even do this?
Yeah,
like, what should this even be made of? Like, but should we bust it out?
Yeah,
so that you can see what we're talking about.
Okay, so let's. We're gonna. I think she's gonna pick up the camera. You're gonna actually pull it around.
Oh, I'm gonna move it into the frame.
It's made of foam.
Oh wow! Yeah. It is. It's modular.
It's modular.
It is.
Oh wow! It is like that is wow. Like there it is, right there. Like the doors. The light. Does it light? Did it light up?
Yeah, we had
longer. Did you have a light under it? I mean, that was so cool because
we had a light on the inside so that this is the glass window would glow.
Yeah, the window's on the back. The window's on
the behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, that's the back side.
Yes, the unpainted side, which is so cool too because you could seriously just rack some paint on it and it would just still work.
Yeah.
This was my rooftop reveal. It's made of seltzer water packaging.
Hell yeah. So like, but that's the thing, you know, but it gets the job done. That's the whole thing. It gets the job done and it looks cool. And that like, I don't think a lot of you can actually take that, but you can move it out of right now because it's gonna hide you. It's gonna hide you all.
I'm so impressed with the detail.
Yeah,
like, I want everybody to see.
The
incredible.
The window is my old license plate cover.
That's amazing. But it's such great detail for sure. Like it looks like it is a real structure that somebody visited and took and got a great shot of. And and that's amazing because bands you don't see doing stuff like that. And how April, you said earlier, it's a little bit cinematic.
Yeah, totally. I hadn't really thought of that, but yeah.
Yeah, we're a very DIY band. Like we tend to do everything for ourselves, which means that in a lot of these cases, we're doing it like very DIY because we're just figuring it out as we go. Yeah. And like this is a perfect example of that. Like we do all of our own music videos, we like produce them and prop them and everything too, with like all the album artwork, and it's just something because we want to do it. So then we just figure out these cool ways to do it, and it's really fun. It's like a really cool way to expand our art outside of just the music. You know, you get to like do other stuff.
Well, and it's a cost-saving measure as well on some regard.
Yes,
you save the money, you also get 100% control. It's your vision.
Exactly. And the thing about it too is like, okay, so say a label is going to, pump some dollars into something to work. It's like, well, if you basically control the fee of it because you can do it yourself, and you know your budget at that point.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like our relationship with Relapse is they give us like complete creative control, and so we get to do stuff like this because we know that like if it's what we want, it's gonna go forward. So it's pretty cool. We're lucky to have artistic freedom.
Yeah,
which is great. Which is absolutely great. So what does 26 have in store for the rest of the year?
Yeah. We're looking at some tours. Yeah. So hopefully we'll be around and we'll hit you up.
Making decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know.
That's cool. So maybe doing a fall tour.
Video.
Yeah. We're still filming music videos because I don't know about you, but I love music videos, and I absolutely love it when a band, even after the album has come out, is still dropping music videos for the songs that I've listened to and grown to love.
Sure.
So I'm really excited to do some more music videos.
Yeah. And we're starting to write.
Yeah.
And we're moving practice spaces next month, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah. We're gonna have heat and AC.
Oh shit.
Like a window?
Yeah, a window.
We made it. We're good.
So the Kill Switch video, is that in the practice space currently?
No.
Because or is that a venue? Because it looks like a basement is what I'm going to say.
I put a call out on Instagram about like house show spots because we were like, oh, I don't really know what they are these days. And then somebody was like, why don't you try Snake Farm? And they were immediately like receptive to the idea.
They were so rad.
And we were like so grateful. They helped us out. It was a really fun like night of just kind of like a random thing, but like a real DIY venue of Portland.
Yeah.
It was cool to experience it. And like
they watched wrestling in the living room the entire time we recorded.
Yeah.
Upstairs. It was like WWE.
That's
like
amazing. That's great.
Yeah, and then all of our friends showed up and they helped us capture it. So all the footage on that video is filmed on everyone that was in the audience, their iPhones. And some of them are like pro people. Like some of those shots are incredible. Some of them have never filmed a thing in their life and still did a great job.
That's awesome.
So fun.
That is a great concept that you could get that it's hard to get people to mobilize to do anything in general. And when it's showing up to do something for free, it's even less sometimes. And especially when it involves metal.
We had 23 people submit footage, and like there were more than that. That was just the people who submitted footage, and it was 83 gigs of footage is what we got out of that. Like
that
people
is
showed
beautiful.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was rad.
And so like when you're doing the editing, I know for me, like I get to a point where I as I edit, I am just like, all right, this is a pretty good cut. Do I need to add anything else? Do I need to take anything else away? It's like, did I miss something that was so cool in this footage?
That's the problem with that video. I feel like the half of it couldn't be in there. Like there were like
many versions.
Oh my god! I know. Yeah, we could have done like versions of that video. But like
I know we were like thinking, we're like, should we just come out with like somebody like, because I know that we had some GoPro shots and like some other shots. It's like, should we just like have a unedited cut?
I feel like kind of. Maybe we should do single camera.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I think
just think of this. Whatever like other parallel universe we're in, they have those different cuts too. So they're talking about that exact same thing, and their cut is different than what I got to see.
Yeah.
But it's totally rad. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I just love stuff like that because, you know, the image still means so much to bands, you know, and where the music still talks for itself and is still there, you know, when you can do cool things like having, you know, your 100 friends show up to a house venue and, you know, and get a quarter of them or whatever to actually submit footage and follow through with it. And, you know, to be able to not only celebrate the band and the music, but you actually get to celebrate them too, which is cool.
Totally. Yeah, that was definitely I think what we wanted them to feel like is having a night out that's like party, friend, community, like everybody hanging out and having a good time and reflecting that in the video. I think Kat, you did a really good job because Kat edited the video. And that like this was also on such a short turnaround.
Yes.
Because we I think we found out in November that we were going to be releasing the album in February, and we needed at least 2, if not 3 music videos by then.
Yeah,
and so we
hold ourselves to a standard of single music video. So we were like 3 singles, 3 videos.
Yeah, exactly. We were like, so we were just like, oh my God, we need to get on this. So we immediately started like trying to plan, like we had to come up with the concept for that too.
And we did all of it because Where the Seas Fell Silent, we concepted and then filmed it in August. Like we just done it pre the album to like, because we were excited and we wanted to get like the first album or the first video done and like get the mood out there.
Yeah.
And then this one and the family was like, oh, we gotta go. We gotta figure what we're gonna do. We gotta film, we gotta edit. Like, let's go. But it was actually like, I feel like it was kind of fun because it happened like in a bottle then. It was like, we had this idea, we filmed it, we did it. And like, we filmed it and 2 weeks later, the video was done. And it's like, that never happens that fast. It just all, it's like this amazing, you like capture, it's done. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's like you hear the song that came together in 10 minutes in the studio.
Oh, exactly.
Same concept. Yeah. And I love that. So awesome. Looking forward to some tours. Death Knocks, obviously, February 13th, it came out. Get your copy because it kicks ass. And, I am very much of an album person. Anytime I put anything on, it's for the long haul. I usually don't listen to playlists anymore. So definitely a full album listen for me. Just get in the mood, get in the vibe, and just go with it. That's how it is. I love it. So kick ass. I'm going to switch over, ask some general questions about you all as people. I call this derailed. Would you rather spend the last year, if you knew this was the last year of your life, would you rather spend it partying or actually making a real difference?
Can you do both? Because I would rather have fun while I'm making a real difference. But I think if I found out we had 1 year left, I'd be like, get on the road, we're going on tour.
That party?
I think it's both. That's why I think we're sharing our music, we're making a difference, we're meeting people, but we're not necessarily doing charitable good.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's tough because that's like, oh, do I go with the selfish one or like the moral? Like,
you can go with the moral one. I'm thinking selfish.
Be you.
You're right. Like you're doing. I mean, I don't get. It's like like you're going on tour. You're sharing your joy, your life's work. Like I don't think that's. Yeah,
I would like to think that I would help out, but it's like, well, maybe just live it up a little bit.
Yeah,
I think you can do both.
Yeah, you could do like in a real world. If you were like terminally ill, I feel like you could be like, okay, gotta finish X, Y, and Z before I leave the mortal plane.
Yeah, right.
I think, I think maybe it's because I don't know. I just partied this weekend, but I'm like, I'll do some good. I don't know how.
I get that. Would you rather work in a grocery store or a restaurant for the rest of your life?
That's hours, I think, sometimes.
Better tips. You don't get tips from the grocery.
Exactly. You don't get tips at a grocery store. So
that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a restaurant.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're older. We know what the better gig is.
This is a hard one.
Groceries?
This is a hard one. Would you lose your ability to be creative or concentrate?
I can't concentrate already.
Yeah, I don't think anybody who is born after 1980 can concentrate on anything.
I mean,
I know I can.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Gosh, I don't know. Yeah. That's
a hard one.
It's a hard one. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what I was like. What do I concentrate on day to day? My job. Okay, so maybe I'd lose my job, but I'd still be creative. Yeah, and it's like.
But don't you have to concentrate when you play drums?
Yeah.
But don't you have to concentrate when you play drums, though?
Well, actually, I don't know. I was talking to somebody else about this, where I was like, I do have to concentrate, but the thing is that because otherwise, if I let my mind wander, I will miss stuff. Like I will miss shit. I will suddenly be like, oh, was that where I was supposed to switch to? Oh no, the chorus.
Boom, like crash goes the drummer.
But I'm not thinking like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm singing along.
Right.
Like I'm just enjoying the song. And so if you watch me on stage, I'm singing along and just doing the like, like I'm just stoked to listen to the songs. So
I think there's a certain point where it just becomes kind of like muscle memory when you're up on stage, which sounds bad, but it's like, that's the moment when you get to like enjoy playing the song and like engage with people. Cause it's like, it's so burned in your brain that like your fingers are just doing the thing, the lyrics, and like you actually get to like April and I can interact on stage. We can like interact with Kim. It's like, so like, yeah, I think there's a certain point where I'm just not concentrating as hard anymore. Yeah, you know the song, and then you can just enjoy.
You're just enjoying
the song.
Yeah.
Definitely. And that's that. Yeah. And the funny thing about it is, it's like the little idiosyncrasies with it are like the little interactions are always different.
Oh, totally. Mm-hmm. There's always like a different person that's engaging really hard that like that, because like it always becomes like part of the night. Like there's just a different, each show is different, the sound's different, the venue's different, like
the vibe is different, different days, different stuff. Totally cool.
Yeah, that's what we play. Like when we go on tours, we'll play the same set list, and it's like it's never the same set list.
Yeah,
it's always different. There's always that one song that stands out in the night.
Anyone at all, if you could live inside their head, like their conscience, for 15 minutes, who would it be?
Oh, okay.
15 minutes inside their consciousness.
I feel like the most depraved, deplorable, because who is it?
I'll never sleep again.
I want to see the inside of the darkest mind there is. Like, maybe it's our president.
Yeah, you wanna...
I knew you were going there.
Or his buddies, one of his buddies.
Yeeks. I wanted to do the opposite. I was like, what does it feel like to be the happiest person alive? Right? Like I want, and like, what are they thinking about?
Is that real?
Pedro Pascal?
Like, yeah,
the happiest person
alive. Just figure like
hang on a second. I think we just hit the most epic goth band dynamic ever. One person is going to the most darkest place possible, imagine, and then the other one's like, with the most happiest person. It's like, and then right there, you got it. You're right in the middle.
Yeah. Super happy. Like optimism.
What's it like? That's at the bottom of it. At the fourth, it's like, what is it like?
Yeah.
And the funny thing to me about it is that it has to be a drummer and a bass player. It's like watching Good Omens with David Tennant. And
I gotta write that down. I keep forgetting all the good shows that I need to watch, and then I finally get a moment of peace, and I'm like,
that show is phenomenal. I just finished it. I watched it over the weekend, essentially, because it's only 2 seasons. But it's such a good show. So who would it be though? Like if you you both said like the darkest and lightest mind.
Sure. I'll do. I guess everybody that I can think of that was supposedly like a really, happy person. I can't really think of anybody who's super, super happy. Besides, maybe Pedro Pascal. I don't know. But then I'd be like, oh no, what a waste. He's actually miserable in that break.
Right. So yeah, like you would think somebody that has inspired so much joy, like a Robin Williams, but obviously he committed suicide,
Yes.
Robin Williams.
Like Robin? Hell yeah.
Robin Williams, like, he wasn't that happy.
He was.
I think
comedians aren't usually.
Yeah, that's the
the people maybe who make other people happy are actually like, trying to fill the void that they feel with happiness in the world, as opposed to somebody who might just be like obliviously happy.
Maybe somebody who has like no memory. Because they can't have anything to do.
Well, that'd be a waste of 15 minutes. There's the empty space.
Maybe that's what it takes.
That's
what it takes.
Yeah, some peace and quiet.
And I think if I was thinking about this, like if I go to the logical side, I think it'd have to be someone like a president or someone higher up, so you can know all the secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone who's
like unlock everything right now.
And I'm just like in Area 51 rail or whatever, and I can just access all the braid files real quick. figure it out.
Yeah.
Like who actually did such and such an
can we matrix scan in 15 minutes? Is that
like file through everything? Thinking so hard and then just be out.
What is it like? Ha! Joke's on you. I have a photographic memory. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I think we have like a giant list of places we want to go as a band. I don't think I can pick just one, but
yeah, I'm like my husband just got back from Peru, and he said that the food was delicious, and I've always wanted to go. And that's like I've never gone to South America, so I think that would be one where I want to go to Peru and just check out. I know it's corny, but I saw it when I was a kid. I want to see Machu Picchu, and now I know that you can't go up and like actually see the actual. Like you have to be so far away because people kept abusing it, littering and stuff like that. But I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy stuff. I want to see some crazy ancient stuff.
Yeah.
In the jungle.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, with some good food.
For a long time, I've wanted to go visit Finland, but I haven't yet. So that's still on my list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get in the sauna.
Yes.
Hell yeah!
I've never been to Norway. I'd like to go to both those places.
Yeah,
but I think like, especially with Hoaxed, I want to get to like Japan.
Yeah, so I know that was a close. That was like, because
I feel like we're gonna have so much fun. I just want to do it.
Yeah, and there's so much to do and see, and great food in Japan.
Yes.
And there's like such a different. I guess it depends on how specific you are when you say if you could go to any place. Because I'm like the entire country of Japan, you have completely different climates you can visit, which is really cool too.
Hell yeah! See, I would say somewhere like Japan or New Zealand, even. I would love to. I would love to do the Lord of the Rings tour, which they're filming the Legend of Zelda live action film in the same a lot of the same places. So
that'd be sick.
It'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
Without choosing Earth, obviously, what's your favorite planet?
Does the sun count?
No, it's a sun. It's a star. Damn.
It's a star.
Yeah. I actually, so when I was a child, Pluto was a planet. It is no longer a planet, therefore it can't be my favorite. But I did a project on Mercury when I was a kid, and it's my birth planet. I guess you can have those.
You were born there.
Yeah, I was born there.
You were born in retrograde?
No. Yeah, exactly. Mercury's always doing something wacky, and it has to do, with how I was born. I don't know. But it moves so fast around the sun, not spinning, but because its orbit is so fast and so around the sun because it's the closest. If you stand on Mercury and don't die, you can see the stars move across the sky.
Oh, cool.
They don't just sit there. It's like you can see it go. So I always thought that was really cool.
I did not know that.
No.
That's
cool.
pretty rad.
Yeah.
That would be awesome as hell. Like,
Oh,
I've always thought like the gas giants were really cool.
Mm-hmm. They have really, really rad patterns on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are the pretty ones to look at. Mercury's like just kind of baked.
Yeah.
Yeah. A desolate rock. I think I remember they said that it spends its 88 days is how long it takes to get around the sun.
Yeah.
Of, like measuring versus ours. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
yeah. It goes fast. And Venus is the one where its year is its day is longer than its year, right?
You know so much more about the planets than I realized you did. I'm impressed.
I locked this shit down. No,
now Hoaxed is going into space for the next album.
Because I was a camp counselor, and one of my things when you have to buy time was to do trivia with the kids. And so you'd split them in half. Yeah, you'd split them right down the middle, and you ask one half.
Style.
Sorry. You'd ask,
I remember those days in school too.
Yeah, whoever got the most questions by the time that you needed to buy the time was over, they won.
Yeah, thumbs up, 7-up.
I tried to, but a lot of times people just cheated. And I was like, I'm done with that.
I like Jupiter.
Way to bring it back.
Jupiter.
It's Jupiter?
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite planet. My favorite solar object is the moon. The moon is very, very cool.
That is wild.
A lot. But it's not a planet.
I like how we're all like, I don't want to choose a planet. Can it be something else?
Right. So you must be really excited about like this current mission and everything, where they're doing the flyby and everything.
I love it.
Oh yeah,
I am so excited to be putting people back into space, because I thought it was just never going to happen.
I did watch the launch. I saw it like on the live stream, and was like, I saw something. There was like a moment there. Wow, guys.
Well, just like also the idea of, we've had this question that we've asked people before, which is, would you, if you had the opportunity to spend like a month in space, would you? Yes. And okay, no, I would never. Like, absolutely
100 fucking percent. 100 fucking percent. And you know those, hey, those astronauts that they're about to send actually up to do the landing mission. Guess what? Not coming fucking back. Fuck you guys. See ya. I don't care. If I know it's certain death there, I don't know if it's going to be certain death here, being in the mind of a dark person, April. So, hey, if I can watch it from afar, let me watch it.
That's like, I'm like,
wonder if you can see the explosions from space.
I'm not that curious enough.
Other people did it. They made videos. Like, you can watch them.
Yeah. I just, unless you're on the dark side of the moon, you can't see the stars when you're in space.
What does Pink Floyd have to do with this?
I love Pink Floyd. Thank you for asking.
The thing was like, you can go to space and like, you can like walk around, go on a planet. I'd be like, yes, I'll do that. But it's this like being in the can, like when people go on the subs, you're like in the can tiny window. I'm like, I don't know to do it. Like the space tiny window. I'm like, I don't know. I'm
out on blast off.
I'm
like,
out driving through all out of the country.
So
and
like,
looking out of the tiny window. No, I don't want to.
The weird thing would be like getting out of the atmosphere. Because imagine, you've all flown, so you know how it feels when you fly. But one thing that I think we've all done too is we've went to the amusement park and we've ridden the in Orlando, they've got the Hollywood Tower of Terror, where it takes you up like 20 stories and drops you. Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, how that feels when you come back fucking down like that. So it's like, that's imagine doing that for what is it, like 11 miles up to get out of the fucking atmosphere. It's like, it's literally, I could go to Louisville and back fucking 11 times, and that's the distance. It's a mile. It's like, it's not that far, we're fucking.
And just the sensation of falling but never hitting, just, I don't know, there's just, it's what? It feels so, I'm sure it would be wild. I'm sure it would be an absolutely wild experience, and I'd have like a new perception of reality in the world and how small problems are and how like tiny we are and stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, I just don't think we're meant to be out there.
I am sure. I am absolutely sure that feeling that we all know what we're talking about. It's like those things that we all share, kind of like the in the mind thing, is what a turtle feels like on its shell. I guarantee it's that same feeling because you're just like, what? Yeah, like I totally get what you mean, but yeah, like so for me, like I'm totally interested in it because it's like I want to know what's out there. I don't want to know what Gene Roddenberry or George Lucas or anybody else thought was out there based off of it. But I want to know, like, I would love to see like the Earth from that distance, from that area.
I mean, I think also too part of like there's a lot of curiosities left on Earth. Like I'm we like unexplained shit and like mysteries and that kind of, and like there's so much here too that like you can geek out on that I'm kind of like I'll do it from the safety of my neighborhood.
So
explore the
speaking of mysteries here, being in the Pacific Northwest, have you ever seen Bigfoot or any other cryptids in your area?
I look in the mirror and I see things. No,
I've not had any sightings. I barely have any like what do you call them, like
ghost stories?
Yeah, ghost stories, like spooky, scary, paranormal. I have ones of other people that I've heard, but like personal encounters.
Cat has them.
Yeah, I've only had that one at the beach house.
Oh yeah, I was with you.
Have
you seen?
No, they don't. I think I scare them off.
You guys have Bigfoot in Kentucky? It's just a Pacific Northwest thing, right?
They say there's some down here. We actually had a guy in a band who was on that like Discovery show where they were like hunting for Bigfoot or whatever, and he was on that show because he's part of the Cryptid Society in Kentucky. And actually, shout out Rod Mack. He's been on this show as well. I think we actually talked about it at that point. It's been a long time ago. I need to have him back eventually. But no, there's all kinds of like weird cryptids out through here because, of course, we're near Virginia as well, which with the Mothman. We've got a local thing here. There's the train bridge that runs over Popelet Creek, and apparently there is a goat monster that haunts the trestle.
Is it top or bottom goat or the full thing? I'm serious. Like
I think it's like the satyr.
Okay.
Like Pan,
Like does he have like little goatee hooves?
Yeah, not like a Mina. I don't think it's like a Minotaur. No.
Okay.
Man,
That's
awesome. We're gonna have to look it up.
He's back.
Right. Speaking of cryptids.
So I have one more question, but before we get to it, as always, links, they're listed below. So please give likes, shares, follows, go do all the things and all the stuff. Go buy merch, go see shows, because they're coming up and you're going to want to get tickets and you want to go see this band live because the videos are good. The music is good. The live performance has to be as well.
Oh man,
it's definitely. Yeah. We have a lot of fun. Yeah.
And when we're in your area, you're gonna have to come to a show.
Well, and I know because I've seen April perform live before. I know she can bring it, so you all obviously have to because she keeps good company. Do you have any shout outs? Right. Do you have any shout outs or anybody anything else you'd like to promote today?
I think you covered it.
Yeah. Shout out to you for having us on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I'm just I just do this because it's fun. and I get to, like, and then I get to sit there and say, hey, I see you've got an open date on this tour. Do you want to swing by Louisville and play? That works. No, so yeah, it's I think the scene.
Your background is like Your whole setup right now is like very cool.
Very sick.
Oh yeah. It's completely different from like the first time like you all were on the show. Because like the first time you all were on, I was still at my old house. And like I've moved since then and everything. And like so like everything changes. Like the Hordak here changed. There's all these Skeletors behind me now. It's like go back and watch like an episode in like 2024, and it's just like these weird ass looking episodes now. It's like I finally got a rhythm, I think, that I enjoy, that's like pretty easy to do. I usually go out to like a way out question for the last question of the show. And whether we've kind of already hit space, I guess. So I guess the only far way out question now is like, in your mind. Because it's something that we all deal with. We all have our own struggles that we deal with from day to day, whether it just be making it through fucking work, or just even making it to bed sometimes, or just not crashing out at 5 because you just want to. So like, is there ever not a time during your awake hours that you don't have like something that you worry about? And if so, how do you try to cope with it?
Gratitude is really good.
Yes. Yeah. I think like even this morning, I like to take a couple minutes if I can and just try to meditate and try to concentrate on breathing. But then if that's impossible, when something keeps popping back into your brain that's like stressing you out, just like repeat to myself, you got to accept it. Like, it's here. That's the way things are. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's not meaning that you have to accept it permanently and it'll never change, but having it keep pop back up is not helping. And just for the sake of stress of just like, this was a problem, or you shouldn't have said this, or like, this was like, something that should have been done by now. It's like, yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And then just breathe again. But that definitely takes a thoughtful process to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It sounds so cheesy, but like, that's part of why I love being in this band, is because it's like the day to day and all the just like mundane shit. It's like, this is such a great distraction from that. We like just like hang out and have fun and like shows. Like, I'm not thinking about any of that stuff when we're doing shows, because I'm just thinking about that. And like, we do a good level of like a good amount of stressing over band stuff, because it's like, there's like plans to make and like tours to do and shows to prepare for and all that, but it's all like good stress. I'd rather do this 24 hours a day than anything else. So it's just like as cheesy as it sounds, I think the band is my greatest distraction from all this stuff and like stress relief. Because and like kind of like I'm saying, like, we're big manifestors. Like, we really believe in like powers that can like energies and that kind of thing that can like help you and bring you the things that you're asking for. So I think like trying to be mindfully positive and like bring in this stuff it's really tough. It's really hard. But yeah.
I think like realizing stuff is like out of your control, and then I like to just remind myself about like the positives, that like when things feel heavy, it's like just like remember like the good things that are going in your life, because it's not all doom and gloom. Like, there's like so many good things happening, but sometimes it's so easy to dwell and like go in circles of the same just like negative thought. It's like, no, pump the brakes. Shift focus, shift like the attention a little bit, like think about the good of what's going on too.
Secret joy.
And also I think going off of what you were saying, Kat, is like some paying attention to when I think a lot of times I'm like, oh, I don't want to go and do that, like I'm too tired, I just want to rest up or, like, you know, crash out at 5. I don't want to go do that thing. And just reminding myself that once you get there and once you're back in your community and you're touching base with your community and like talking to people who, you know, care about you and who you care about as well, like that, it definitely helps bring your thought process back around to something more positive, as opposed to staying home and then you kind of do get into a spiral of negative thoughts of, like, you know, whether or not anybody cares about you or whether or not, you know, or like, yeah, it's good to touch roots with your community.
Yeah. I like that. Nobody can do it alone.
Yeah. And you guys are my community. So doing that, that's where I was going with this. It's like, you know, it's very, very nice twice a week at least to touch back.
Touch the roots.
Touch the roots.
And yeah, not being afraid to ask for help when you need it. I think that's like a big one. I mean, that's why a lot of people, you know, sadly take their own lives, is like the isolation and feeling like there's no one to talk to. And it's like anybody, like so many people, like nobody is a burden, you know, if people need to ask, if you need to ask for help because you're struggling, like it's so important to rely on your community and people to like bring you out of that darkness too, because that's a real, like, metal's cool, metal's dark, but there's a lot of people struggling with mental health, and it's like it's important to remember, like, these are our friends and like we care about everybody, and like that helps shift focus of like your own stuff if helping somebody else is like, you know, gonna keep them around.
I think that's like one of my favorite parts about the metal community is like we talk about this a lot, like it's so dark and we sing about like the darkest stuff, like we're obsessed with death and all that, and it's like, and we're all doing it together, like it's like this like weird super supportive community of like everyone supporting each other, and like we're all making art together, and it's like it's really cool. It's like it's really dark and we're like exploring those darker themes, but I don't know, especially in Portland, the metal community is super supportive and just vibrant. There's a whole scene there. It's great.
Yeah.
As I said, you know, I definitely feel like soon there's a visit in my future, I think, at some point. So, for sure, like, you know, do a remote Metal Forge episode out there. But thank you all so much. This has been rad. What's that?
You can see the mausoleum in person.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I you know, it just, I would have to. I'd have to bring Hordak to stand in front of it.
Oh, yes.
Just because what's that?
It's probably just his size.
Oh yeah, for sure. Thank you all so much. This has been rad as hell. I appreciate you all and what you're doing out there, and, you know, just keeping kicking ass and just, you know, contributing to everything, you know, the metal, the rock, the art, you know, because, you know, like you said, nobody can do it alone out there. For sure.
Yep.
So
we're like a little extra needed right now. So thanks for doing this on your part. Like, this is
absolutely,
it's really fun.
Thank you. So from your all's videos, what do you want to play?
Ooh. From our videos?
Like music videos?
Yeah, I think so. I think that one, I really like that one. It has us in it. The family is the
not us.
Not us. And then, I mean, Killswitch is cool too, but I think
let's do it from Where the Seas Fall
Silent. Where the Seas Fall Silent.
Yeah.
Let's do that one.
Hell yeah. Opening track of the album too. Metal every day. Thank you all.
Go Hey metalheads, you like tattoos? Of course you do. If you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, come on over the bridge to Clarksville, Indiana, and get you some ink done at Ageless Art. If ink isn't your thing, they have a piercing studio as well. Visit agelessartclarksville.com to see some frequently asked questions, meet the staff. The shop is open Monday through Thursday, 12 to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 12 to 10 p.m., and Sundays, 12 to 6 p.m., all appointment-only spots. You can set up your appointments by phone at 812-283-1793 or email agelessarttatooandpiercing@gmail.com and someone will get you set up for your first or your next tattoo or piercing.
Hey metalheads, after going to a rager, what's your ultimate go-to? Mine is totally pizza. So when Overload is playing, or I'm promoting the Metal Forge live showcases, or the big goddamn metal show, I go to Pizza Donisi. Pizza Donisi is gourmet artisan pizza from right here in Louisville, Kentucky. It features things like the pizza of the month, the sandwiches, and also vegetarian and vegan options, which is so totally fucking cool for all of it's awesome pizza. You definitely want to go. Hey, and also from time to time they do cannolis. Oh, so fucking good. You know what they said, man? Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Yeah, just like that in Godfather. They're located right next to the Mag Bar at 1396 South 2nd Street. So either stop in or call in at 502-213-0488. They're open till midnight. The witching hour.
Heineken, fuck that shit! Pabst Blue Ribbon!
Hey metalheads, you all hear me talk about Mag Bar all the time. It is the home to the Metal Forge live showcases and is an integral stop in the ultimate underground metal tour schedule. They obviously feature live music, but the Mag Bar also has daily specials like Pint and Slice Night on Tuesdays with Pizza Donisi. But they also do Bring Your Own Vinyl on Thursdays with DJ Kent Jackson, and Finer Things Sundays. Located right next to Pizza Donisi at 1398 South 2nd Street, open 3 p.m. to 4 a.m. 7 days a week. Get your asses out to the Mag Bar. Rock out. In 2017, one man's vision and passion for all things metal started out as a record store in his house. Years later, the fight against a mainstream empire continues as Shade Beast. An independent metal collective and online store based in Athens, Georgia, is the world's premier heavy metal brand for music heads that value authenticity over the mainstream acceptance. Featuring original t-shirts from some of the best underground artists, as well as stickers, posters from the Shade Beast Presents concert series. Unique, one-of-a-kind collectibles and small curated selection of vinyl and cassettes from the masters old and new. Visit shadebeast.com and enter promo code SithLord for free domestic shipping on your first order, whether you're a new customer or returning. And be sure to join the Shade Beast social groups on Facebook and the interwebs to keep up with the new release announcements and talk all things metal and Star Wars. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and filth.
Welcome to the night. You think you know Night Demon? then the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast is for you. Step into the darkness as we peel back the curtain to give you an unprecedented, all-access look into the mind and the heart of the demon. We're talking band history, song analysis, studio anecdotes, stories from the road. It's everything a diehard Night Demon fan could want and more. This is the only place to learn the inside scoop, the deep dive trivia, the untold tales from the band members themselves and those closest to the Night Demon story. Need more? The sacred Night Demon Crypt will be pried open to reveal demo recordings that have never before seen the light of day, all with in-depth commentary by the band and the people who were there for the writing and recording process. This is a gold mine, a treasure trove of all things Night Demon. Head over to nightdemon.net or wherever you listen to podcasts.
What's up, Metal Forge fans? This is Alan Bishop, the alchemist of Indiana's Black Forest and head distiller at Spirits of French Lick. Do you find yourself drawn to the unexplained, fascinated by the Fortean, or enchanted by the paranormal? If the things that go bump in the night resonate in your mind, then tune into my brand new podcast, If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. Featuring first-hand accounts, collected stories, interviews, history, and speculation related to all things not of this world. Available now on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and more. Set back, relax, and remember, if you have ghosts, you have everything.
Hey, let me tell you guys about Mercenary Press. They're an independent London label and distributor of all things metal. Mercenary Press delivers the goods from their own independent zine. Trust me, you're going to want to get in on that. To distributing various bands from all over the world, including Cramp from Spain and Sadistic Force from Texas. Visit mercenarypress.bigcartel.com to find out what all they have in stock and what you can order. And for Metal Forge listeners, enter code METALFORGE10 to receive a discount on your total purchase at mercenarypress.bigcartel.com. Check it out now.
In a broken wasteland, I come to my fire and place your blood and steel upon